Hi, welcome to Code Chavis. Today I'll show you how to make an Angular app using TypeScript and PM, which comes installed by default when you install .js. We're gonna bundle everything using Webpack, and we're gonna code it using Visual Studio Code. If you wanna follow along, you can download the source code, the basic source code from this website. Let's get started. Let's start by cloning the project. Please make sure you have installed Git in your computer. Once that's done, let's open the folder. Let's open package.json. You'll see they have already preset several configurations for you. Dependencies, def dependencies, and other basic information. The scripts, on the other hand, allows me to set up commands that I can run when I need them. Post install is a command that runs after I install all the packages. Serve is a command that I configure to run Webpack dev server, which this allows me to run the application in a virtual server, which refresh the website every time that I make a change in the app. Pretty useful. And then you have build and build column Webpack. These are used just to distribute my application and compile the compiler for me, which we'll see later in the app. Also, we have the TypeScript configuration file. We have pretty basic stuff, and one of the most important files, and the reason why this tutorial is happening is because the Webpack. Not many tutorials, try to bundle everything into Webpack and use some Visual Studio Code, but it's pretty easy. I have my entry, my output, the files that I want to bundle. I have how to resolve what kind of the extensions I want to resolve. The plugin, HTML web app plugin, is pretty much making sure that the bundle file gets inserted into the index.html file. Now let's go ahead and install all dependencies and dev dependencies by typing npm install. Now, after you install everything, we have our source folder. I have created a folder structure very useful to me. Feel free to use whatever folder structure you use or feel comfortable with. In the case, I'm just using source, app, components, core with all the subfolders. So now I'll start. Make sure that you select source and then add a file named index.html, and make sure you create a file named main.ts. Now select the components folder and create a subfolder named dashboard. This is the name of the first and only component. and create the respective dashboard files, HTML and TypeScript. Alright, code time. I have all the snips already, so I'm just gonna copy and paste. Let's start with dashboard.component.ts. Dashboard. Oh, okay, let's fix this thing. Please, when you add in the files, make sure that you spelled everything correctly. Alright, now let's add the HTML snippet. Nothing special, just a normal Angular code here with date formatted as month, date, and year. A normal title. Alright, now we go to component, app.component.ts, and we paste the snippet. You might pause the video. I'm just gonna copy and paste. Now with the app component.html, we do the same thing. We just copy and paste what I have. This router outlet is going to be the one that makes all the routing possible. We're going to see it later in the tutorial. Modules. Okay, let's fix that too. It's module. App.module.ts. Let's paste everything that we need to. Require imports. This is the routing service that I was talking about. I have the imports, I have my declarations, I have my bootstrap. Nothing out of the ordinary. Let's do the routing. So make sure we're selecting the app folder, the routing, app.routing.ts. Again, I'm just going to copy and paste the code I already have. My normal imports, the component that I want to route to, the route to that component. And look at this, I'm actually using hash. We'll see when we explore it. Now the index.html, a normal HTML5 markup. Make sure to add these when you're doing routing, otherwise it will not really work. Main.ts. Same. Copy all the importance that we need. We have this, and we have the Bootstrap platform, dynamic, browse dynamic. Alright, I believe that's all we need, all the code that we need. And now we're gonna use this command that I wrote in scripts, which allows me to run a virtual server to refresh my website dynamically. It is done by npm run and the name of my command. Hit enter, and you will see all the process in line that it takes Webpack to bundle everything. It provides me a URL, as you can see, that in blue. Pretty fast. You'll see a couple of builds. It says whatever was added, and you see the app bundle.js, 3 megs and something, kinda big, but this is the dev version. I'll make a video in the future how to reduce everything. So we go to localhost 8080 and I'll see my website here. Now, if I want to make a modification, let's say for example to let's say in the HTML, let's remove this thing and I save it, automatically the website is going to refresh for me. The same is if I want to modify something in my TypeScript files. Once I save the change in my TypeScript file, it's going to automatically refresh it for me. Now, the final step is compiling all my TypeScript into JavaScript and bundling everything. So we compile npm run build. This is going to transpile my TypeScript into JavaScript. Pretty quick. As you see, you can see the distribution folder at the top, all my JavaScript files. Alright, now let's bundle everything using Webpack. npm run build column Webpack. We bundle all the Angular and any other dependency modules that you have. As you can see, in my distribution folder now I have my index.html with my app bundle. This is how it happened. I asked to be inserted here, and my output file is this one. It has all the bundling for Angular and all the bundling for the HTML, CSS that I might have added. Now you may test this by copying the distribution content into your server or host or local host. And that's all for today. Thank you for following this video. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel, Cub Chavez, and see you next time.